And it has officially been 1 week of wearing Curology every night. So far, completely blown away. And I should say too, my Curology bottle contains zinc, clindamycin, and niacinamide. Do you guys see where all those little red dots are? A lot of red dots, even on my neck. What my skin is looking like. They're very small, little pus-filled pimples peppered all over my face. I'm starting to question if this is truly the normal process. I mean, it's made me so depressed I could cry. Hey guys, it's Madeline. Thank you so much for being here to watch today's video. My skin is very angry that I was using Curology for the last 5 weeks, as you can tell. But I do not, absolutely not blame my friend that recommended Curology to me. It was my own personal choice to start it. If I had a crystal ball that would have showed me that this would be the outcome and this is what my skin would look like after 5 weeks, I would have run for the hills. So obviously you don't know until you try. I should have guessed that this would be my outcome because I have horrible luck with my skin. So to sum things up, I believe my skin was having just a horrible, possibly even allergic reaction to Curology because I've been fighting my battle with acne since I was 13, so just almost a decade, and I have never ever experienced acne this horrible. So it has made me so thankful for my skin. It has made me appreciate my skin so much more. It made me realize that my skin really wasn't that bad compared to what it is right now. I am currently taking an antibiotic, hoping it'll calm this all down sooner than later. But I'm just gonna show you guys some pictures of what my skin looked like exactly a week ago. So anyways, like I said, this is absolutely no one's fault other than Curology. I don't know, I was using it every single night like the instructions said, and they told me that my skin was purging. I really don't think it was. I actually think I was having an allergic reaction to it, and my skin it's taking a long time for it to calm down. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw me tweet this last weekend. So what a better time than now to show you guys how to go from this to this. Of course, not every single scar and pimple are going to be able to be covered up. That is okay. We just want it to look smooth as possible. We want to cover up the majority of it, and we want to go on with our days. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna get my hair out of my face. Just gonna zoom you guys in and show you what my skin is looking like up close. Yeah. A great step that you don't want to miss when you are suffering from bad acne is priming. And 9 out of 10 times, if you have acne, most likely you have oily skin. So you definitely want to get something that can combat those oils throughout the day to hopefully prevent further acne formation. And this primer just does it for me. It just overall makes my complexion look so much smoother, pore filling, and it really makes my makeup cling to my face and last pretty much all day. And it also controls my oils. So this is the Kane & Austin Prime and Protect Mattifying Primer. And all you need is just a pea-sized amount of this, just like that. I'm actually gonna put a little bit of this on my neck as well, because as you can tell, we have some work to do there. Now you guys, either 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was 5 years, I posted a picture on Instagram of this foundation that I'm about to show you, and I said, every girl needs this foundation in a beauty blender, and I was not wrong. Maybe about the beauty blender now though, because nowadays there are so many better sponges out there that are so inexpensive, just like this one that I picked up at TJ Maxx the other week. Nice and squishy. The Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation. You guys, this stuff is so incredible. It has completely been my saving grace these last few weeks as my skin has been so angry. So it is 24-hour wear, full coverage, transfer resistant, matte finish. Basically everything that you could possibly want and need when you're suffering from acne. This is very full coverage, so you definitely want to make sure that you know your undertones and your correct shade. Otherwise this foundation is gonna look crazy. When you step outside in natural lighting, you'll be like, holy cow, That is not my shade, and you do not want that. So I definitely recommend looking into finding out what your undertone is, either cool, neutral, or warm, and look ahead at the shade description on Sephora's website. And then also you can get a sample of this foundation before you even buy it to make sure the shade is good and that you love it. Mine is in the shade Light 48, and it is a very good match. I would not recommend applying this foundation with a brush because it is so full coverage. Definitely apply it with a sponge. Like I said, I picked this one up at TJ Maxx. Not every sponge of theirs is a hit. There are a few misses. I did pick up a like 5-pack, I think, and they were all hard, and I'm like, dang it. But I know there's like a brand called Urban something. Those are very squishy sponges at TJ Maxx. But I mean, they're cheap enough. You can kind of play around with it and figure out what brands you like most there. But I'm first just going to apply this with my finger. I mean, you can already tell how incredible the coverage is gonna be. Just taking my sponge to blend it out. I also think using a sponge is just all around a better application tool when you have acne because it just really creates an airbrushed finish. Also, if you have a few dry patches here and there from pimples healing, a brush might emphasize those while a sponge does not. Isn't that incredible? Oh my god, I love this foundation. Thank you, Kat Von D. So I just kind of want this video to be a foundation routine, just a face routine in general of what I've been doing to cover up my acne because I feel like I have kind of a lot of good tips to share with you guys and a few really good products that I definitely recommend. Like the primer that I used, obviously this foundation, it's incredible. And then some other products that are about to come. Also gonna do a layer of this on my neck. Like I said, this is not gonna cover every single pimple. I mean, pretty much for the most part. Look at that. So dang awesome. I remember in middle school, in the beginning of high school, when I was first really getting into makeup. I know there was some controversy about wearing makeup with acne and that it can make it worse. And don't get me wrong, certain products can break you out, but honestly, after almost a decade of having acne, I have never once noticed my skin looking better after having a whole day of not wearing makeup. I almost think it helps my skin because if I have products on my face controlling my oils, I don't produce as much acne. But considering my acne did not make a difference whether I wore makeup or not, I am continuing to wear it and it makes me feel better. And I think nowadays the problem is that there's a lot of online medical stuff going on. I saw an advertisement that was like, are you tired of dealing with migraine headaches? You can get these pills mailed to your door every month and you don't have to go to a doctor for it. I just think that's not okay. So I think these brands, whatever they are coming out of the blue and just trying to make money off of serious conditions or insecurities, whatever it may be, but I'm starting to think it's all a gimmick. Okay guys, so I am pretty happy with the coverage that I'm at currently. What do you guys think? I mean, pretty incredible, right? I also recommend keeping the little top for the foundation and just plugging that back in when you're done using it. Because when you keep that pushed in, then it kind of prevents it from getting all goopy and clogged up. And now, drum roll please, for my all-time favorite new concealer. I have used this in previous videos, but I have been using it so much more frequently and I'm in love with it. It is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer. Mine is in the shade C1. I feel like this is a very similar concealer to the MAC Studio Fix and it's a quarter of the price. So I am very happy with it. It stays its shade, it doesn't oxidize, it's easy to blend. I mean, the only thing is, it seriously smells like paint remover or something. Like, it is bad. I hope that they improve that because it's a really good product, but it smells absolutely horrible. So this is just where I put concealer. I like to brighten up this area of my face. Also just blending this out with my sponge. Sometimes I don't know why I say that stuff. Like, obviously you guys can see that I'm blending this out with my sponge. Another great thing about this concealer is that it is a beautiful medium coverage, just like the matte concealer that I've been obsessed with. I do not like full coverage underneath my eyes, like for instance the Tarte Shape Tape. I think it's too heavy. I don't prefer it. Granted, I don't have horrible dark circles. I do have discoloration mainly in the inner corners of my eyes. I like to conceal. For the most part, I just like to brighten this area so that my face isn't all one shade. Also, another tip is that you should be washing your makeup brushes at least every other week. I have been lacking with that. clearly. You can see how dirty they are. But obviously bacteria can accumulate on sponges and brushes. I do wash my sponge with antibacterial soap before every single use. My brushes, that's where I slack a little bit. I used to be really good with it, but it is just annoying and time consuming. But obviously I need to do it if I want better skin. So I just like to use this Morphe M173 brush just to blend a little bit more underneath my eyes because I have creases under there, in the inner corners and around my nostrils, just to blend a little bit further than what the sponge may have not done. Now this powder is a must if you have uneven texture. It is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Translucent Powder. This is incredible. It is so smoothing, especially when my skin is doing good. It makes me look like a porcelain doll. So you can imagine how good it does help when I do have a rough texture and acne going on. I do recommend applying this evenly when you have acne instead of baking, just because it gives it an even smooth look, you know? I first start with underneath the eyes. I haven't filmed a video in a couple weeks. I don't know why, it feels like it's been a month. I missed you guys. I'm even putting a layer of this on my neck just to smooth that out and also to set the foundation that I applied. Another big tip that I have for face makeup is to use matte products. If you have acne going on, you do not want any sort of shimmer, glimmer, nothing. You don't want any of that going on. So for contouring, I love the Makeup Revolution Pro HD Powder Contour. For bronzing, I've been loving the Tarte Park Ave Matte Bronzer. And I've had this little blush for, I think, 2 years now, actually. It was one of the Sephora birthday presents. It's the Tarte blush in the shade Party. I love this shade. By the way, I apologize if you can hear that like grinding going on outside. My mom is doing some beautiful work to her house, so I can't stop her from doing that while I'm trying to do my thing. I gotta let her do hers. I also asked for the full size of this for Christmas, so hopefully I get it. I love you, Mom. So I'm just gonna apply all this really quick, then I'll pop back in with you guys. All right, so I have that all on my face. Unfortunately, I'm sure you guys will feel my pain through the screen right now. I'm not able to wear highlighter right now because I do have bumps on my cheekbones. You might not be able to see it, but they are there. Zoom you guys in. So I just don't want to emphasize any of that. We just want to leave it be. The only spot that I will be applying highlighter is underneath my eyebrows, in my inner corner, and then on the bridge of my nose. Just a little tip before I do my eyebrows. I am most comfortable with doing my brows with an eyebrow pencil, so that's just the way I do it. But I do get painful pimples underneath my eyebrows, which sucks. And it actually kind of hurts to use an eyebrow pencil. So if you have that same problem, I recommend using a brow pomade, just a little container of the brow gel, and use a brush to apply it onto your eyebrows. But I have not used that method for my eyebrows in years, so I just continue using this, but that's just a little recommendation. All right, you guys, so I just finished up the rest of my makeup. I totally forgot to put on rings. Shoot. There we go, now we're ready. So the final step that I have to set all of this in place, to set it in stone, and to also make it look less cakey, because we did load on a bunch of foundation, a bunch of powder, so you just kind of want to make it look more like skin now, and you can achieve that by using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This stuff is my holy grail. I swear by this. So this just locks the makeup into place. It also helps the makeup sink into your skin a little bit more, which creates more natural finish. I would like to film a tutorial on this makeup look right here. Kind of a nice little toasty November eyeshadow. See what I mean? So I really hope that you found this video to be pretty beneficial and that you could pick up on some tips. Let me know if you pick up any of these holy grail products of mine, and let me know how they work for you. Just never forget that beauty is so much more than just skin deep. You are all beautiful from the inside out. Continue to radiate love, happiness, positivity, regardless of the condition of your skin. Do not let it control you. Do not let it destroy you. The power of makeup is freaking awesome. It's why I've loved makeup since starting at a young age. It's fun to play around with and see what you can achieve. You also have to love what you see when you take it off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up for me if you did like it and found it helpful. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!